can't imagine being pregnant. Fuck. But no, well, I can imagine getting somebody pregnant and fathering a couple of children. I don't have any children that consider me being their father. But that, and I know this is not funny, and I don't have to be funny anymore. But I do have to do some fucking thing because, well, it's court mandated that I have to do. Well, I'm thinking, it's court mandated. I had to go to therapy. I didn't want to go to therapy. Anybody here having therapy? Anybody here? Well, see, I'm in my own therapy, and I realize I think I've lost the audience. Yeah, and well, let me tell you, and I don't really care about because I won the lottery here recently. I did win the lottery. I won my company. We got a cannabis consumption lounge license to. I got any weed smokers out here in the audience? Oh, yeah. I got any people like pussy? Oh, yeah. And any lesbians? Yeah. I got it. Yeah, see, because I consider myself a lesbian, and the other that kind of sometimes pisses off some of these other lesbians because they say you can't be a lesbian because you're a white man with a beard, and I'm not Walter White. I'm not Walter. I was thinking I could be Walter White because but I don't like drugs myself. But I have been. I'm a medical marijuana patient. We were talking. I asked people about weed a little bit earlier. So I don't smoke weed. I'm a medical marijuana patient. Been one now for 10 years, but I've been a fan of the plant since I was a teenager back in Texas. And the reason I make barbecue, any barbecue aficionados here? Anybody like barbecue? Yeah, so myself, I've been a vegetarian now 4 times in my life. But now I'm back over the dark side slinging meat dinners. And I'm making cannabis-infused barbecue sauce. And I know there's a lot of different things, and like I said, I don't have to be the funniest motherfucker out on the planet. Because I used to think Dave Chappelle was the funniest motherfucker on the planet. But somebody was telling me earlier tonight that Dave Chappelle is actually a clone now. And I thought, what the fuck? Because I'm opening up a cannabis consumption lounge. We're going to have a comedy club in there. Yeah. And see, anybody been to the Dirty at 12:30? No. Yeah, it's a fun thing. It's down at Southport, and they have the comics come up, and there's a lot of people go to and they've got some national headliners at the Dirty at 30 down at Southport. And I was up there, and there was one comic, he was the headliner that night. He said he had 5 shots of whiskey before he came out in the green room. And my consumption lounge is going to be called Budsy's Green Room. And so, but the comic, while he was up there, other patrons came up and gave him a shot of whiskey. So he had probably 10 shots of whiskey within, say, probably an hour and a half. So he was fucking drunk. And I thought, well, what about if people were able to smoke weed before they got on stage? Because I'm a medical marijuana patient, and I did medicate before I got up here because it's required because I have a life and death condition. I've been treated now for life and death condition for over 10 years now. And probably if I hadn't treated it the way I did, I would probably not have had my existence. I'd probably be dead or in hospice by now. Except I had the best She's the love of my life. And usually I am to her, except when I bring attention to her. So, and I know this is not funny. And like I said, I don't have to be